What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is HASAN, our broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is a Tuesday. It's Newsday Tuesday, folks. We're live, and I hope everyone's having a fantastic one. And hi, nice hat. Hate to be that guy, but in the span of a few days, not only is Ziohran made good on his executive order giving Tish license to cordon off blocks around settler recruitment events, he's come out and denounced the protesters who stayed in the kettle in an orderly fashion because they're publicly supporting Palestinian resistance. I don't regret voting for him, obviously, but how are we supposed to feel about this shit right now? Ziohran. Ziohran Mossadani. Ziohran Mossadani and AOCIA. Oh, man. We gotta keep pushing. We got to keep pushing, baby. I don't know what to tell you. They were saying we support Hamas shatter. What'd you expect he was going to say? Yeah, no, that's fucking cope is actually bullshit. He knows better. Come on, dude. Get out of here. What did I say from the start? Do not concede on your enemy's cynical framing. The much larger, much more consequential takeaway from that fucking story was supposed to be the settler fairs that they're conducting in a goddamn synagogue once again. And yet the entire media was moved into the direction of, oh my God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting against settler fairs that are taking place in a synagogue are actually the bad ones in the story because they said we support Hamas here. I can't believe that they're supporting the Palestinian resistance. How dare they say that? That's unacceptable. Okay, on the other side, the people who were counter-protesting against the protesters were literally fucking counter-protesting with Kahanis sloganeering, with Kahanis flags. That's a literal fucking terrorist organization. That's a terrorist organization that's considered a terrorist organization in the state of Israel. Like, that's how big of a fucking terrorist organization that is. So if you're going to fucking complain about people supporting designated enemies of America or, like, you know, terrorist states in general, you know, focus the limited amount of attention that we have in this media cycle on things that actually are productive, things that actually matter, okay? Just being like, oh my God, I can't believe they said they love Hamas or whatever is just fucking stupid. Of course, he's not going to come out and say he's, you know, pro-Hamas or anything like that. Don't be stupid either, all right? He's an American politician in New York City. That's not going to happen at all. I think it's just it's a misstep in the way that he managed or communicated through this issue. That's it. I think it's a cell phone in the same way that fucking Kamala Harris engages in cell phones or engaged in cell phones throughout the entire fucking campaign. At least the difference between Kamala Harris and AOC and Ziohran Mossadani is that they have said something in opposition to Israel over and over again. So that kind of makes it even more silly. How should he have communicated it then? I've already said it a million times over in so many different instances, which is you don't have to bring up the protesters that were saying fucking we support Hamas here. You never have to do that. That's just a completely cynical position, and you can just as easily turn it into a Trump-style media opportunity by going, people want me to fucking condemn the protesters that are protesting outside of a synagogue, when in fact, the real problem that I have is that this synagogue is doing settler fairs. This is illegal. And as mayor, I'm going to be tackling that because I made a promise to my voters that illegal land sales are not allowed in New York State. We are going to be following international humanitarian law here, international human law here, and I will abide by that promise. Because, like, on the one hand, you got another settler fair popping up inside of another synagogue. On the other hand, you got people protesting that and saying, you know, say it loud, say it clear. We support Hamas here, right? Like, which one is the more consequential thing? If you look at that and you go, oh my God, I can't believe they said they support the Palestinian resistance. That's the real problem here. You're a fucking dullard. You're dumb. You're a dummy. You're a dummy and you ate the bait. Oh, that's a terrorist group. Okay, Israel is a fucking terrorist state that has conducted a genocide. These people are protesting against the terrorist state that is doing consistent ethnic cleansing and also illegal land sales. Ziohran is Mr. Judo. Just fucking judo it, you know? What are we doing? They caught him slacking. And yeah, calling it anti-Semitism is insanity. That I will not abide by. You know I don't fuck around with that. It's saying anything about Hamas is not anti-Semitism. Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. Iran's protest. Some people are saying it's 2,000 people killed. Some people are saying it's 20,000 people killed. I don't know what the actual numbers are, and neither do you. But it is alarming that CBS News, led by Barry Weiss, the Zionist queen Barry Weiss, has decided it's actually 20,000. Iranian human rights monitors and most intelligence estimates that 2,000 people have been killed in the Iranian unrest, which is a fucking insane number, by the way. That is an unacceptable number. CBS this morning runs a story claiming up to 20,000 have been killed, citing an anonymous source. I wonder who their source was. If Barry Weiss didn't spend the last several years acting as an asset for Benjamin Netanyahu, maybe we could believe that she had any credibility on Middle Eastern matters and actually cares about Muslim life, not just Israeli foreign policy goals, alas. One point that I will always go back to is that, you know, my heart is with the people as always, no matter which country that we're talking about. Having said that, however, I will never trust someone who is pro-Israel when they're communicating freeing Iran. I'm sorry, you don't want to free Iran. You want Iran to turn into fucking Syria. You want Iran to turn into fucking Syria. You want to destroy it. You want to turn it into a fucking fail state so it does not have the military prowess or the capabilities of striking back when you decide to, you know, finalize your greater Israel project. Suck my fucking dick. I know you don't give a shit when Muslims are dying because you've defended Israel. Okay? You've defended Israel over and over again. Is CBS pro-Israel? Are you fucking kidding me? That's why they purchased it. Yeah, 2,000 is enough for it to be insane. Why do these people always have to make it even higher? Well, it's the same as like October 7. You could have just looked at October 7 and been like, this is a fucking catastrophe. How do we get here? But it didn't matter. They had to be like, they're decapitating babies while them, you know, like the truth is not enough. They have to literally they have to do atrocity propaganda. Like Israel kills hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in Gaza. That's nothing. That's just, you know, the cost of doing business. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about that. Iran, on the other hand, they've killed 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, you know, however many thousands. Like it's fucking, just report on it accurately. Okay, report on it accurately. This is unacceptable state repression. It's already an unimaginably cruel form of fucking state repression that took place anyway. The very fact that it got to this point is already proof that, you know, there is a lot that's going on with the Iranian government that is unsustainable. It should never get to that point. My biggest fear in Iran is that, you know, this kind of partially due to the incompetence of the government in terms of having to deal with the external forces, external pressures, and also having to increase its internal repression is going to lead to a failed state and then have a Syrianization of Iran, you know, and that's going to be even worse than Syria if we're being real. And what a lot of people, I think, fail to consider with Iran is that that kind of destabilization actually gives infinitely more credence and credibility to the Islamic State. Like the Iranian government gets all of its justification for repression from external these external factors, because in the absence of any sort of unifying figure, in the absence of any sort of like connective tissue that holds this very diverse country together, it will collapse.
We have some horrific information coming in from Iran right now.
What the fuck? ABC says over 2,000 casualties. CBS goes 12,000. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the actual death toll is. I don't know. But it is crazy to me that like the fucking president is saying we don't know how many people have actually died, but apparently CBS knows. How the fuck did they find out? I wonder. 12,000 is over 2,000. True.
Patriots, keep protesting, take over your institutions if possible, and save.
Yeah. I'm going to be using this clip in a couple months when this is happening in America, okay? Just remember that. Just remember all the things that this administration is saying about the righteous protests of the Iranian people. They deserve to be free. All that. Patriots, rise up, okay? You have nothing to lose but your fucking chains. When that shit is going down in America, then you'll see. From the administration that brought you, if you don't obey, you die, comes patriots rise up and storm government buildings.
Give the name of the killers and the abusers that are abusing you. You're being very badly abused. If the numbers are right, now I hear 5 different sets of numbers. I hear numbers. Look, 1 death is too much. But
oh, really? Because yesterday you said Renee Good was being really disrespectful, implying that she did deserve to fucking die in the hands of ICE because of her disrespect. Oh, really? I mean, I agree. Even one death is too much. I agree. I think it's fucking bullshit. What the Iranian government has done is bullshit. Having said that, Having said that, very strange for the American regime to be saying these things in the process of mass apprehensions, door knocking operations, and dragnets taking place in fucking Minneapolis. Very strange, Trump. What's going on here? It's odd. It's very odd. And I do see this inconsistency with all of the Republican commentariat. They all talk extensively about how people deserve to fucking die in America if they disobey commands from ICE. And then they turn around and talk about free Iran. Bitch, what do you mean free Iran? Free us too? Fuck you mean free Iran? I'm hearing you say don't free America from the American regime. What the hell? Motherfuckers be like, free Iran. Free you. Free you. Free you. Free me. Fuck you mean, dude? Free us. God damn. Yeah, I tweeted this yesterday. I said, nothing more insane than seeing the American right wingers on this website demand the government kill ICE protesters only to turn around and say free Iran. Bitch, you don't even want to free America. Fuck you mean free Iran? You're demanding the American regime kill your countrymen right now. Free us too, bro. What the fuck? Rise up, patriots. Take over the institutions. I say some shit like that in America, I got a fucking squad car outside of my house in less than an hour.
I hear much lower numbers, and then I hear much higher numbers. But I say save their names because they'll pay a very big price. And I've canceled all meetings with the Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stops. And all I say to them is help is on its way. You saw that I put tariffs.
Yeah, he's not even doing the classic in Iran. Like, he should be adding in Iran at the tail end of all of these statements, because if you just leave it hanging like that, people are going to get the wrong idea, because this is our Shah. This is our Pahlavi. This is the great Shah. He loves the gold, okay? He loves the fucking gold toilets and all this shit. He is our own version of the Shah. And this motherfucker's out here talking about like storming government facilities, you know? I'm just saying, it's a weird thing to be saying if you are also a ruthless autocrat actively trying to turn the United States of America into your own version of this like fascist economy, fascist government. Very repressive, utilizing your own personal military force. Sure, it's not called Savak, okay? It's called ICE, different name, but that's what's happening.
On anybody doing business with Iran just went into effect today. And I say, make Iran great again. You know, it was a great country until these monsters came in and took it over. And it's all very fragile. What would have happened to us? I'm telling you. If I didn't win this election, what would have happened to us?
Yeah, Mr. America First, by the way. I'm sorry, dude, but if you don't recognize how easy it is right now in this very moment to turn around the Republicans and say, like, look, why is this motherfucker talking about Iran? Why is this motherfucker talking about Israel? He wants to make Israel great again. He wants to make Iran great again. How about you make America great again, bitch? You said America first. It seems like America's last right now. This is a unique opportunity to get all of your hog and hoggette friends on board that Mr. Non-interventionist, Mr. We're going to spend all this money on America and Americans is not doing that at all. Because that was a major fucking driving force for a lot of people. Use that to your advantage, because this is a unique opportunity where like the economy is in the fucking gutter. The economy is shit. He constantly is intervening in the affairs of other countries and openly making his, like, he's pulling a fucking Emmanuel Macron right now, right? He's lost his own base of support, so he's just like doing foreign policy in an effort to be like, I'm still here, by the way. That's what Emmanuel Macron does in France. He's lost his legitimacy. He's undemocratically trying to fucking move the country in his own vision. Everybody fucking hates him for all of the things that he's doing at the domestic level. So he just keeps farming foreign policy. He just keeps farming foreign policy shit. That's what Trump is doing.